Greetings. Greetings everyone. Welcome to another live stream. Greetings. There we go. Just checking my settings are correctly. Hey Vitrix, hey Blackout, welcome to the stream. So, it is time to continue the journey in Final Fantasy. Yes. So are we going to continue my journey? My next main quest is down there. Hey Mike. Are you not streaming right now? Wait, are you not streaming at the moment? Wait, are you not streaming at the moment? Wait, are you not streaming at the moment? Wait, what the hell? Wait, are you not streaming at the moment? Sorry, I'm listening to my own stream. Is the background sound really bad, or is it just me hearing that? LMAO your face. Okay, cool. Is my Twitch? Can you double check my Twitch? Okay. Could any one of you like check my Twitch if it sounds okay over there? Ah, okay, Mike, you just finished your other stream, I see. How did your stream go? Did it go okay? I saw some of it. Better account. Oh yeah, definitely. Now you're green. Yeah, stream was okay, very chill, not much happening. You know, sounds like a chill stream, you know, you're leveling and all stuff like me, you're seeing right now. I'm just doing the MSQ. This stream has back echo. Has bad echo. Okay, so the Twitch is wrong. Okay, give me 2 seconds. It's on my laptop. think I fixed the Twitch one. I do believe it's fixed now. It sounds like on the Twitch channel there's like some kind of like background noise, some kind of like okay, well, just kidding. Okay, well, in the meantime we're gonna continue the story here. Take this Dvalin, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower system in umbilicus. Even the smallest fragment of LDB's essence remains. It should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out line of assistance. Chances she still stands. Watch at the ensensor's gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardship and all. It's not awful, just not as high quality as YouTube. Mic on Twitch is different. Oh, I might possibly forgot to turn on the power. Yeah, should be fine now. Okay, I found out it's because it was it's the same microphone that Twitch is using. It's basically just it's watching it, like it's watching it in a browser and screen capturing it. So last time it was fine, but I don't know what's wrong this time. It's fine. The most important part is that the YouTube sounds best. Well, we had the best on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again. Oh, that's oh yeah, we have to go back and get that evil guy back. That's true. We have to go to that overworld and resurrect that spirit guy. In my flying chair. How do I open up my guild? There. Oh, there we go. Like I was saying, if it's capturing it, that's probably why. Yeah, it's, you know, just like it listens to it and then it plays it. Dvalin, you are returned. Have you been well? You and the others. As well as can be. We've no shortage of troubles, but we are well enough. Let's just go with a small formal one, as well as can be. Full glad. Am I to hear that? I trust my lord is enjoying himself. He said this to you, these exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Dvalin, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him I'm not overexert himself, which I request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we're occasionally bigger, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. Hey Deacon, welcome. I've had to mention one dilemma. It would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on over how we should run the city in the XIV's absence. Most are of a mind that Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of Mysterium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far nothing is set in stone, but however we choose to proceed, we will not replace our Lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question though. Some days ago Ryan came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Ryan has been dedicating herself to the restoration of the MT, you see. Though it will take many long years, the goal seems to have given her a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well, I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Ryan. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Shall we say, I will be along as soon as I can. Very well. Very well. To the Crystarium. So we are going, please say I pick that one. Yes. Wait. It's... Ah, Jesus, it's not here. It's below in the basement. God damn it. Watching my name all the time is kinda annoying. During battle. During battle. Thank you. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Wow. Is it like a long quest? Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Dvalin? Back look. Ha! It is. Full glad I am to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us. And at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling event when the Flood of the Night return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the whole world of people. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute chapter on the soul, a subject that is the key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will all allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There's no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the light, you faced many formidable foes. Among them, we offered you the greatest struggle. Titania, driven mad by the light, Martius and his misguided self-righteous, Hades who bore the bold burden. This may come as a surprise, but truly, I never would have guessed, but then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have to ask. It's a tremendous eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle featured prominently in the tome. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Ulmo won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular remind him not to overextend himself again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it off hard. I like that race. Gasp. Is that the warrior of darkness? Oh god. It's him. It's really him. What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not really. You'd only give him a stomach. Stomachacha. We come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know what I want to be a mage, Arkel isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword maybe, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. She knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Oh. Uh-oh. Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness to choose for you? What do you think suits Arkel best? Axe, sword, or bow? Axe. The axe. If you took up the axe, you could be just like the Warrior of Light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have about with you? How many people do I need to meet? Hey FFXIV, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I'm doing alright, how are you doing? Such fun he's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. But does he spare a thought for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but he wants so much acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is called, and cruel and heartless. Don't you have more important things to do, your majesty? O faithful we, loveliest of branches, however I missed you. If you truly miss me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. FFXIV is saying, I'm fine, just thinking of coming back to Elite Dangerous. I've never tried it. Isn't it still the game that's in early access? To make up for it, you will call me called with twice the passion next time. Though for there be the next time you some few struggles to overcome. Some adorable sapling. The world is on verge of destruction. Is it? Hey, how do I know this? I joined as we are. Spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. With that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escaped not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Leader dangerous. I can't remember, wasn't it that game that was like for so long time in early access? I mean, it says here that the game released in 2015. That's quite a while ago. Ah, there they come. My apologies for the delay. Dvalin, it's wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Ryan. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that. I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Dvalin, Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling, deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my aura, the sky was ablaze, like during a star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Dvalin, what are you not telling me? Why are we not telling them that we're basically going to die? Just tell it, man. I have to know. Please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. And now she gets the full story of everything that happens. It was my imagination then. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witness in Omorot has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first, so don't worry about us. Please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, even if we weren't. We've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold until we can find a way to save all our worlds. So, oh my god, I'm sneezing. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we. Unite in the purpose beneath a blazing sky. Oh, I got a new weapon. It's just a bit better. Huh. Looks alright. Haha. And there we go. I could look like a ninja too. Ninja man. Whoa. The dark mane. Oh, let's go with this one. You're headed to the Oblivious to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting on my own and speak with Lina, decide how we might be best prepared for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. So where do I have to go? There you go. Ouch, that was pretty loud. Sorry for that. That was very loud. That was... Final Fantasy live, and it actually suggests watching my own stream. That is very good. Ah, Master Dvalin, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the Ocular. Oh. I remember this place.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the Convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular.
Hey, Trophy Henry Yuffie. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. You're saying what a great Final Fantasy game to stream. Makes me want to get back into 14. Yeah, it's my first time going through the Endwalker, so everything we see right now is like a big surprise for me. It's kind of wild that we basically going back in time now, like we're going to do time travel.
All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
He's sacrificing himself so that we can travel back in time. All right.
Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go and do not look back.
I know what you mean. Every time I play through Final Fantasy games, I get hit with a wave of nostalgia. Yeah. Nostalgia, feelings, you know. It's good games. Definitely good games.
Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion. to save our star.
Going on. Oh. So it is as he said. You're actually like a... Okay. Explore the facility. I wonder if he can see us. The man stands dutifully by the infrared-like device. A guide for this facility in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indications. As Elibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost boy. This is the right place? Yes. Propyladion. Judging by the woman's word, this facility called Propyladion. You attempt gently to prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing, and it seems neither does she. The device is reminiscent of an Everite. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to tune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorium and the recreated Omorot. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manners of greetings and obeisances, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. So they can't see us and they can't feel us.
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well. How rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Satisfied?
Did he look at us?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
He have seen us so much. Deacon is saying you finally got to my favorite zone. Ah.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant. You may open your eyes.
Wait, I'm the same size?
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
This cutscene is way more fun as a Lalafell. They comment on why you're still small. Oh, that's good.
And how might we address you, my new friend? A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
This presence.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
So, Deacon, that guy, isn't that Hades? One of the raid bosses. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub. So let us seek out there first. No, that's Emmett Selch. Oh, okay. A title sure, however you stand out as little too much. Our dear Emmett Selch wishes you to keep low profile, or his errands, so did you know how to make a rope? The basic concepts will do. No, in that case, Emmett Selch. No, you whim. Your responsibility you're getting, not another bimble of Ava out of me. Sick. The way he scrims sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a knight bottomless front of magic. Very well, I'll sure make the rope, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite materials. So, this is your favorite zone. Snake people. I'm a snake. I did every side quest here. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An A-frag rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2? There are 3 species here. I believe any 2 different kinds should serve. Now I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your Ava is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the pedal first. Oh, not them. I have to do that. I see. or the Petal will die? Let us see. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. There it is. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but then we try not to stand out. Try it on, besides. You turn living beings into clothing, just like that. Well, not just like that, you need to revert them to the Constitution Ava first. Lest you wonder why I ask you for 2 species, it's due to difference in the apheric balance. Blending them allows to produce garb with the superior apheric stability. Well and good disguise and educated, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. MHL speaks true, even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best simply say that you are familiar. The question is whose? Ah, of course, Asim's. If you say belong to him, people will give you the benefits of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploring our associate's absence. For lack of his presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. So they gave me some clothes. Do I really have to put it on? If you're ready, let us continue along the path. The place serves an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Yes, can I help you? Wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where he might find him? Well now, by your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see, my lips are sealed. The chief should be out of conducting observation as usually. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you'll find him at the pools here. Cool, she say. Many thanks and apologies for disrupting your work. I say, Hippologius, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, you couldn't simplify him by his Ava? That I could. As you know, Emmett Sells and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see Ava quite keenly and from great distances. With this skill I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We here perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is so much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short dark hair. So you know it's because we in Elpis that we don't have our growls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere we do not exhibit our individuality, it's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. Hehe, it's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for somebody by their appearance, and I thank you for hearing me. Come, let's find our man. There he is.
Ah, you are...
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You were of the convocation.
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention.
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An amystoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Amistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however...
I'll help too!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Interesting. So we need to help a fish getting down from a tree. It seems Hermes and Meteon have found their quarry, a creature known in this ages as an ambystoma. Yet though it has been safely extracted from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in a quite predicament. Yeah. The Bisutoma Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed out to get it, but it jumped on him and he slipped. Do you need a hand? No, I'm fine. If a little embarrassed. Now for your own safety, please stand back. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. I apologize for making you worry. Both you and, Dvalin, you are called. An intricate name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. You may be able to fly, but it doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no, I had forgotten about its fellows. Truly, what a relief. I must thank MSQ and Hydalos when I return to them. But first, with this distraction out of the way. As Chief Overseer of LB's, permit me to welcome you to our facilities. I hope you will enjoy your time here. Well, mustn't keep the hours waiting. Let us return. I still don't really have an idea why we are here. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Ambusuma are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space if you go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you'll see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well. Take care. Not let the creatures slip away again. Can I bind here?
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins. What? Will I have to remove you by force? Let's hear them then, these reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
I do not object to his attendance.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps, but I believe he can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to him so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniel has declared his intention to step down and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just... I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Or Dvalin, I didn't mean. Sick. A walk perhaps? We can go for a walk. Hermits get sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes. Uh-oh. Teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. I'll tell you something, then you tell me something. Sounds like fun. It will be. It will be. Where to start? Ah yes, let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aphrodite. I'm good at explaining, but Memnon is... So I'll have him explain instead. Michi now is now accompanying you? Ah yeah. And what have we here? What, you look like a person, you have the horns and scales of a beast. I assume your family like Meteon. Is there something you need? This is Dvalin. Could you teach him about Elpis? Ah, a newly arrived familiar. Is he? Very well. I should be glad to introduce our fair facilities to him. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. But any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subject to a rigorous study in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they may have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged beneficial addition to the star, it would be allowed to take its place in the world. 2 of you were created with hope of making the star a better place, so heed your masters well and be good. Do you hear? We will, Menmon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? From a place far, far away, from a place facing a great threat. There's such a place? I had no idea. But this place is important to you, I can feel it. Oh, my power, I haven't told you about it. A creation, let's find a creation. One of being watched. Then I'll explain my power. I wonder if she's gonna be like a new playable race in one of the, the upcoming expansions. I could imagine that. Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. I can't read it, or maybe there's nothing to read. Wait, please wait, I'll try again. With you this time. Greetings, can you hear me? This is my power. I can read the emotions, those around me, and project my emotions to others in return. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind, rather you're converting my emotions into words and intentions, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, but allow me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown language or other non-verbal means. As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible. Everyone has thoughts and feelings that they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common trait with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for privacy, I'll refrain from using my power when speaking with you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? Good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting. Oh, fighting. That must mean you're strong. Hermes is strong too, but he doesn't like to fight. Even the creations fight him. That bird is really strange. I think we might be buffering it. Let's keep going. We'll go and see Euphony next. She's usually in a small building, one on the west row. well, well. If it isn't Meterian, I see you brought a friend today. Greetings, Eovan. An apple. Could you make an apple? The kind of herms like, covered in syrup. I want to chat with Dvalin. Oh, candied apple. Herman is certainly partial to them. But you know, can't eat Meterian. Your very mate do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share our feelings. You took it taking Hermes like for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. Sorry, Dvalin, I wanted to show you my favorite thing, then I could ask about your yes, but I failed. Oh, that's what you like. Yes, yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me. Well, we walked and talked a lot. Maybe Hermes has finished talking too. Shall we go and see? There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Metean good. Dvalin learned some more about you and Elpis, so I taught him about this place, about my power, and about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be any use, but I do appreciate you keeping Metean company while you were away. I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emmett, Selsh and Hydalos will accompany me as I attend to my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that he is no way associated with convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Rupillion. There's no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind to see the joy his presence brings Metean. I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbor malicious intent. Dvalin is kind, truly, really, truly. He taught me as much as I taught him. You're coming, of course, toward Hermes. You're bound to learn lots and lots. I guess I have no choice. Oh, we got a new armor. Oh, fancy looking. Update, reassign gear. Awesome. But we need to go back in our disguise. Pretty close to leveling up. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. This is kind of weird, like the world is going on though, everyone is dying in our world and we are running around as it was school. It's like, what the hell? The game was so serious before with people dying and monsters, and now it's like, I don't know. I guess something comes out from this. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambassador. Have care when you step outside a hub. that there may be more unruly creatures about. Jump, 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 jump. I mean, the time is 12 and I'm probably gonna be waked up by the kids early tomorrow, so I should probably stop. Oh well, let's call it for now then. Thanks everyone for joining, thanks everyone for watching, who's watching right now. But like I was saying, well, hey, I'm going to bed too. Oh yeah, it's getting late now, so it's fine. You know, I had the chance to stream 2 hours and the reason I'm like whispering a bit is because I have someone sleeping behind me and next to me, well, kids. So I'm trying to talk like I was doing ASMR. So, but yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. I know we have 4 people watching right now, so I appreciate it. And I hope you all get a good evening or good night. I'll see you on another live stream. See you, Blackout. Sleep well, and thanks for joining.